Did you hear that? That was 3 seconds. That's all the time you have to capture your radio audience's attention before they tune out. Seems pretty quick, huh? In a world completely saturated with advertising messages, you must make sure yours strikes a chord with your listeners. That's where emotional engagement comes in. A radio spot is nothing without it. As a copywriter, you probably already know this. The question is, do you practice it? Countless radio commercials air every day that trigger little to no emotional reaction. They are wasted messages that fall by the wayside.
In this webinar series, you'll learn how a remarkable scientific discovery of facial coding can help you master the art of writing more engaging radio commercials by being not just on message, but also on emotion. After all, emotional engagement is the root of all successful advertising. From years of research comes the latest technique called facial coding, a visually recordable measurement of emotional reactions. Facial coding is now a well-accepted method used by many Fortune 500 companies for measuring the emotional engagement of advertising. Engaging radio spots have been proven to produce 8 times the ROI as non-engaging ones. Without emotional engagement, essentially nothing happens. The commercial is flat, lacking the persuasive action your client is looking to achieve. But creating just any emotion is not enough. The emotion has to be very specific and relevant to the direction of the commercial.
Dr. Dan Hill, president of Sensory Logic, has perfected the facial coding technique, making it the most renowned and unique tool for testing commercials. The fact is, most emotions happen subconsciously. It's not something people can report verbally because verbal abilities reside in the rational part of the brain. Facial coding measures instantaneous emotions that translate directly to facial expressions. These expressions are the closest thing humans have to a universal language. In this series, we're going to show you real-time results taken from test subjects listening to actual radio spots. We will use those results as a guide to help you appreciate what works and what doesn't work when writing radio commercials. Throughout the series, you will be able to listen to example spots and critique them based on the information to that point. At the end, we'll give you a checklist of the key principles suggested throughout the sessions to use as a guide when writing your next radio spot. So what do you say we get started?